Sclerosis. And in our culture, going through, after being diagnosed, in and out of the doctor for an entire year, it's a very lonely experience. I grew up in a culture where talking about your health, talking about illness, about diseases, it's not the cultural norm. It's not what we do. And when we say someone passed away, we just say he's sick. And what happens is that you lose a lot of education and understanding, and it's not something that we need to be afraid of. I was in nursing before I was diagnosed, and I thought I knew what MS was. You have to educate yourself. You have to advocate. I was my own advocator for an entire year. I was my own doctor. I was my own nurse because not a lot of people knew how to help me. But I received an immense amount of help from people in the community once I started to open up. When I started talking about what I was going through, what I was diagnosed with, and what it means. So when you look at me, you see someone who's happy and healthy standing in front of you, but what MS is an autoimmune disease that your immune system is attacking your central nervous system, which is your brain and your spine. So you could take someone else who has multiple sclerosis and they're in a wheelchair, they can't walk, they can't talk, they have severe amount of tremors. So there are different stages of MS. So right now, luckily I'm in remission, and what I want to do is to educate and get the word out about what MS is and what it looks like. Because it took, from what I thought, we have a great healthcare system, and it took about 3 years for me to get diagnosed. So it should never have taken that long. Autoimmune diseases are 3 times more likely to happen in women than it is men. So the female and male ratio with autoimmune diseases is far greater in women. And we have to educate ourselves, and we have to not be afraid to talk and understand. So I've been documenting my journey with MS on my blog at fefesahe.blog.ca, and you guys could, if you want, I could write down the blog site for you. And I'm holding a fundraiser May 3rd. We're still in the works of getting the fine details suited out, but it's going to be held at the Yellowhead Brewery. It's going to be a dinner and dance, and going to raise some money. We've already raised $550 on just online donations, and where this money is going, it's going to the MS Society, and the MS Society is great advocators for getting research, getting support. For instance, I needed support for my employment. My employers didn't see me as an asset anymore. They saw me as a liability because maybe I wasn't physically able to do certain things. So they help advocate you. They put you in educational classes with how to deal with your MS, how to deal with your symptoms, because you have symptoms all the time that people don't see, but the person affected with MS does see. So things like, sometimes you'll have blurry vision, sometimes you'll have foggy memory, sometimes you'll have numbness in your feet and your fingers, sometimes you'll be unable to walk. So it's a very debilitating disease, and having a disease like MS, you need people's support. You need people to be aware of what MS is and what they can do to help. And I'm just so happy that Griscare is allowing an event like this to happen, because it's part of life, and we have to just be there for each other,